Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Bulb here, and today we have a coffee request by Maria. Maria, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the 8 coffees. This is so cool. This is another video from Nerdforge. So Maria says, here are some Nerdforge. We are going to do some crazy book binding in this one. Okay, so this is a video from a channel called Nerdforge, and it says, I made massive leather-bound books and gave them to the author. Okay, if you want to watch this without my commentary, link is in the description as always. If you want to watch it with my reaction, if you've already seen the original, then don't forget to go and support the original poster also. Let's go. Let's check this out.
Alright folks, here's the deal. We have been invited to meet one of the largest, if not the largest, currently living fantasy authors, Mr. Brandon Sanderson, who also happens to be one of my favorite authors of all time. So I really want to impress him with something cool. Now, my first idea was simple enough, because he has this book series called Stormlight Archive, consisting of 4 massive books, soon to be 5, because the final one is coming in a couple of weeks. And I thought if we could get
First question that comes to mind, movies. Where are the movies? When are they coming out? Because I know that Nordic movies are great, but I still have yet to see like a fiction superhero fantasy movie from the Nordic or Scandinavian region. Like, still need to watch one of those. Of course, we watched Troll Hunter, but no, we need something also that is like fantasy, like crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like mainstream blockbuster type of Hollywood thing, so that we can see how you guys compete against Hollywood. Let's keep going. Rhythm. Wait, but the titles, they're really cool. Rhythm of War, Oathbringer, Words of Radiance, The Way of Kings. It looks like it's interesting. Have you guys read the books? Let me know in the comments.
An early copy, then maybe I could do it like I did with Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, an epic rebinding, or maybe do something crazy like make massive editions of these books. 5 monumental tomes, each one so heavy they'll be difficult to carry on their own, like something so large and majestic he has surely not seen anything like it before. The only problem with that is we only have regular sized books. They're big books on their own, but like itsy bitsy in comparison to what we have in mind. So what do we do then? I can't just go and like download the files for the book and print them in a bigger format myself. That's highly illegal. And not to mention the final book isn't even published yet, so no one except Brandon Sanderson's team has even seen it. So unfortunately we had to scale down and do something smaller instead. It's what a quitter would say! No. Cue weeks of communicating on email with Dragonsteel, Sanderson's team, who managed to convince Tor, the publisher, to grant us legal rights, like actual legal rights, to reprint exactly 1 copy of each of
That's exactly what I thought she was gonna do, and I thought, she has to do this. She has to get like the permission and do at least 1 copy. That is absolutely amazing. Imagine having a favorite author and then managing to actually get permission to print a full-scale copy of it. Like, dang.
The books. That is all we have permission for. And what do you know? This morning we got all the files for all the books, including book 5.
She's living the dream here.
Do you know how scary this is? Like, he has worked on this for years, and now they just like trust us to handle it.
Don't leak it. Don't leak it.
I am freaking stoked. Like, in 3 weeks, we're gonna meet Brandon Sanderson, and we're gonna be making the biggest, most extra chunky fantasy book series of all time. But of course, we need to figure out how to make it first. Since we didn't actually have the paper yet, I started to work on the cover design instead. Ooh, look at that mood board. Ooh, look at that design. Wow. And while I did that, Hansi got to work on figuring out how on earth we could get a 2-size paper printed. First we thought we could just buy a printer, but...
What?
Yeah.
What? Is that the real price? Is that in
How on
euros?
earth we could get A2 size paper printed? First we thought we could just buy a printer, but
That's 1 million euros? No way, that's 1 million euros? What?
Maybe not. So instead, Hansi started calling around to local print shops without any luck. Until...
I was getting ready to tell Martina that we'd likely have to downscale this project. An email appeared in my inbox. LOS Digital. They had the $1 million machine and they were willing to work with us. Such a relief. So I've just now sent them the files, but first I had to make them sign an NDA because we don't want to leak these files. Hopefully it's all good though, because we only have one shot at this. And the plane tickets for Salt Lake City, they are already ordered.
Dude.
So we're going there, with or without these books.
There's so much that could have gone wrong. So much, because they have the file. Now they have to send the file over to the printer. This is all done by email. This is so mad.
Yeah, all we have to do now
I
is
would
to
be
wait.
so nervous.
And now, while we wait for the paper, let's talk about the overall design. What I'm thinking is to have a separate color for each of the books. All the dark blue lines, by the way, is going to be stamped into the leather. And then finally, we have this gradient thingy on the front here, which is going to be, hopefully, a custom painting for each of the books. For the first time, I'm going to try to somehow incorporate the painting with
Wow, she
leatherwork.
paints
It's going
too?
to be interesting. Is it going to work? We'll find out.
She paints too? What a talented creator.
I think the papers, they just arrived. Let's open it and see if the papers are good.
Wow.
This is my hand, this is the book page. It looks and it feels awesome.
I was gonna say A2 is like double the A4 size, isn't it? Why didn't they go for A1?
Once we fold it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Oh God.
We're gonna have almost half a meter, more than half a meter of books
She didn't
to bring
think
on
of
the
that.
plane.
Brandy Sandman, why you write so long? And now, of course,
She didn't
in
think of
preparation
that.
for all the massive amounts of paper folding we have to do, we have made this little jig. It's nothing complicated. It's just to help us align some paper, like along the edge here, and get a nice, perfectly even fold. And that's the most important thing here, because we only have one copy of every single book. Like no replacements, nothing. If we mess up a page, then it's messed up.
A2 is double
Then
of
you have to
A3,
fix
okay.
it somehow. So we really gotta get the fold perfect on the first try. Add some spice to this whole project, you know. The first page, people. Who would have thought folding a piece of paper could be this intense? Is it perfect? It's perfect. Okay.
Careful
now
not
it's
to get a
just,
paper
what,
cut
1,000 more times. We
on
make
that
it fold.
paper. After you do the first one, the next few ones you're like, nah, it's okay. It's not as intimidating. Somehow I thought it was actually going to be a bigger paper. Three days of folding.
Next step,
Wow.
punching holes. Normally, I would just use one of these, a hole punch every single hole individually, and then stitch the book together. But that's gonna take a very long time.
Stitch.
So instead, I'm gonna try to make a jig. This thing we actually used to cut the crown molding for the Dark Academia gaming room that we just did, and we don't need it for that anymore. So now, you, my friend, will become a hole punch. First of all,
Yeah, just PJ in the chat says kudos to the editor of that video. And that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. She's a painter, she's a creator, and she does all of these crazy things. And Hansi works with her, right? It's her boyfriend, I think. And they all do these videos together. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount of work. So that's why it's important, guys. Go support them if they have any Patreon or whatever. Go support them so that they can keep on doing these great videos. It's crazy.
we're gonna add just a little stopper here. There, get in. Perfect. When I put the paper in, I can just go whoop, perfect alignment. There we go. Paper goes in, doesn't flop to the side, and now comes the tricky part, actually making something that can go, you know, punch the holes.
Please test it with something other than the papers first.
It's a terrifying little contraption, isn't it? I mean, look at this thing. Nice and pointy. Gotta get the needles into their holes.
Please test it with something else
first. You can see them pointing out like little teeth. And now when I push it, teeth comes out. Because of this cool little spring mechanism. Moment of truth. Will our hole punching jig work? We grab our signature, fold it out, push it to the end, grab the handle of the murder weapon, put it down, align, and punch.
Did that work?
Okay, and now we should have 8 holes in the paper that is perfectly centered. Yes!
Nice.
I can't believe it worked!
Gotta love engineering.
That's great.
Think about the years where we have spent time punching these damn holes.
Oh, that's amazing.
See, it looks like teeth.
Like a torture device.
Yeah, it kind of is. Punching time!
Damn, you gotta respect the hustle.
Bruh, all the holes done for a 1,000-page book in half an hour?
Half an hour?
Without this jig, this would have taken at least like 4 hours or something. The next part is...
Wait a second, so it took them 3 days to fold the papers, but it only took them half an hour to punch those holes. Obviously, having a contraption like that really helps. Really helps.
Of course, to stitch all of these signatures together, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way with waxed linen thread
and a little needle sometimes.
One book down, only 4 more to go.
That's what I was gonna say. That was just for one book. Go for it, Hansi.
All right, we got the book stitched up, so now we can give it that little curve on the spine, clamp it tightly together, and add our first layer of bookbinding glue. The first of many.
Hey, it's not as thick as I thought it would be.
Look at how this is.
Because when they were looking at the book initially, those were all the pages of all the books. Now that they have separate books, yeah, it's not as big or thick. It's manageable.
Is clamped up. We got a buttload of like half moon dowels, just pressing this, trying to keep it as straight as possible and keep the pages from just warping like a little wave. Yeah, and the glue is just gonna like help keep the book together. Okay, glue time.
Nice.
Glue is looking nice, so once this is dry, we can go back to the front of the book and try to cut that curved edge off and make it nice and straight.
Careful
so back
now.
when we made the really large book, there was one thing we weren't really happy about, and that was how the edges turned out. And that was because we didn't build a jig. And I have built a jig. I went to the hardware store looking for a solution.
He built stuff too?
And then it all came to me. Little John spoke into my ear and showed me galvanized square steel.
This is couple goals right there. Both of them, they do both, like they do similar stuff.
Yes, all we have to do now is to cut 5 massive books. It's quite a lot of work in it.
I hope they didn't cut any of the words.
Dude, I cannot believe how straight that edge is. We made it! It's the first time we managed it. Holy crap! I feel like this is the first time we can do this. Perfectly curved spine.
Oh, they had a lot of
straight front.
They had a lot of
cut.
space.
Only 4 more to go. Godspeed, Hansen.
So the bleeding area was really big. That is beautiful.
Lord. The size of this thing is just stupid. We're almost done with the text block. The stuff.
Now that's a book that grandma can read without her glasses.
That is going inside the covers. There's just a couple more steps. First, headbands. Headbands, by the way, is just this little top part here. It's just a piece of cloth, usually on modern books. But we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way and actually stitch the headbands. And well, sewing headbands isn't really that complicated. All you need is 2 colors embroidery thread, 2 needles, and something to use as a core. If you want more info on how to actually bind books, we have a bunch of bookbinding videos already. I'll leave a link below or like up there. And we also happen to have a bookbinding course available for our patrons down there too. You know where to find it. It's also headbands.
They're incredible, aren't they? Thank you so much, Maria, for introducing me to Nerdforge. How do they even learn how to do these things?
All these books with all these headbands. Not to mention the ribbon bookmark. You're looking so fancy. We're almost done with the text blocks. All we have to do now is add some colored end sheets and finally add a little bit of linen to the spine just to give it a bit more strength because these are quite thick boys.
That book is thick.
End sheets are gluing. These are just waiting for their turn.
Pretty
I'm just
heavy.
gonna go back and forth to glue these, but in the meantime, I think we can start working on the covers. And this is the fun part and also the difficult part. All right, so our goal is, of course, to make some beautiful leather-bound covers with lots of little details and stamps and stuff, layering with embossing to get that depth.
I wonder how long it
some
took
gold details,
to do the whole
and
thing.
Ideally, 2 different colors. But of course, there is quite a few steps we have to do to get to this result. So I spent a bit of time transforming this into embossing layers that we can actually cut out on our laser. So we cut all of these layers into some thick cardstock that is pretty common to use in
They must have a
bookbinding.
workshop,
While I've been
don't they?
working on
Like
this,
a huge...
Hansi has taken all of these layers, cleaned them up a bit, added the glue, added the layers, clamped them all together. And also I've done the same with the spines. I just make sure to wet them a bit first, like soak it with some water because then it becomes bendable instead of just like breaking when you try to bend them. Add some glue, add some little clamps on there, let them dry, and we have all our cardstock pieces ready for covering. And baby, you're gonna...
It's funny because, see, PJ and myself have the question, where do they learn all of these skills? And I think the answer is on YouTube itself, right?
Look so good, all covered in leather.
YouTube is the
There's
biggest
just
school,
one little thing
university
we have
you
to do
could
before
find.
We can actually attach the leather to the covers, and that is to stamp the spine, because it's gonna be really hard to stamp it when it's curved and stuff, and like it's just easier to stamp it on a flat surface. And so, oh boy, I have spent literal days making these laser cutting files. It's been breaking my brain. So we're gonna take this one, try to make an acrylic stamp with our laser, and hopefully that's gonna work. Alrighty, William, it's time to make some stamps. Are you ready, friend?
Who's William?
He's looking ready. Good luck.
They called their laser machine William.
Laser seemed to have done his job. Thank you, William, the second. You're working overtime right now. I think my best bet is just to try to like plop out all the little shapes here.
And they're gonna
use
paint it?
the leftover piece as like a alignment tool and try to use some tape to just transfer it over to this back piece.
Dude, this is arts and craft on steroids.
And cure the resin. That should make everything stick in place. Now before fully curing, let's just remove the outer frame, hopefully without moving anything again. It should be tucked in place now, but you never know. Oh, okay, still looks good. Okay, now we can cure. We interrupt this program with a short message from this plate. See, back when Hansi and I were students, we had the most boring walls in our apartment. Like, you were literally not allowed to make a single hole in the walls to hang stuff. So we just didn't. But now, in 2024, it kind of looked like this. All thanks to this plate. See, their mounting system does no damage to the walls and allows you to easily swap out designs from a selection of over 2
You guys want me to
million
skip the ad?
artworks, even from officially licensed stuff like Arcane, The Witcher, Elden Ring, and a ton more. See, we already got a bunch here.
Yeah, we're skipping the ad. Sorry, guys.
And Naked brown. We got our first stamp, but I think before I do anything rash, like actually stamping the leather we're gonna use, I'm just gonna do a little test, just to see that it works the way I think it will. Let's make the leather moist. Let that soak for a bit. It's time for the clampy stampy. Align it there, and now we clampy stamp. Okay, it's been a while, so moment of truth. Does our stamping method work? It's not perfect. It's very nice in the center. The Dragon Steel logo isn't even there. I think I'm gonna try to put it back on.
She needs to make it
I put a second layer
sharper,
of
maybe
underneath to give it more like cushioning, because then maybe we can push it further down. Hopefully it's worked. It worked! That worked so much better than I thought it would. Okay, it's still not perfect, but a lot better. I'm so glad I did the test piece. Oh my god. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do than try to actually do this on the leather. And we only have 5 hides for the 5 books, so no room for failure. Once again, time for clampy stampy.
Clampy stampy. Always do a test run. Guys, go support their Patreon, honestly. We need more videos like this.
Stamping is complete at last. I mean, it's been 7 full days of just clampy stampy. I mean, I did not expect it to take this long when we started, and I did not expect my hands to almost be falling off from all the screwing the clamps, and my back is a little tired because I've been running around all day, and it's a surprisingly time-consuming process. Like, we've made 24 individual stamps that all have to be like aligned and measured so everything looks straight and correct, and my lord, it takes so long. But I do have to say though that this acrylic stamp method is working so well. I mean, look how crisp these lines are! It's the first time we've managed to make such a great impression on leather, and my lord, I'm so happy with it. The 12-hour workdays were worth it after all. And I'm
Dude, they have been working 12 hours a day for 7 days, clamping only.
Stamps, you did a great job, but I'm tired of seeing you, so moving on. Clamping. Done, but you can see all of them have nice little skirts on the sides, lots of leftover leather. So to sort of wrap this up, I'm just gonna cut off the excess leather, add some contact glue to the inside, thin it down a little bit, and then just pop it in, fold in the edges, and glue it in place. And then we have our covers. Okay, let's do it.
That is mad.
Okay, so while Martina is putting on the leather on the remaining books, we are gonna do something fun and also quite scary. Because I've been testing staining the leather with different sorts of stains, and I think we have found the right method to stain these. So we're gonna start with the first book and try to apply the color. This is gonna be fun, but also quite scary because it's a lot at stake. And once you put on the color, you can't really take it away. So there's that. So here's the first book, and it's looking fantastic. So what we'll be doing is to add
the anxiety.
Medium brown antique leather stain to all the letters and all the borders and everything.
Dude, anything could go wrong.
Okay, so that's the outlines very, very roughly painted in. Now I'm gonna use a mixture of diluted browns to dab on the edges where we want it to be brown. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the blues in the center. And hopefully that's gonna blend the lines a bit more.
See, they don't need to take the extra step, but they do. Dude, you gotta love these type of projects. Can't wait to see the final product.
Bruh, our workshop is in complete, utter disarray. We've been working day and night trying to get this project done because our plane leaves in 2 days and we haven't fully stained this cover. We haven't fully stained another cover.
You haven't glued it
Hansi
yet.
is over here working on the third cover, and 2 of the covers are like almost done.
And they
but
still
of course,
have...
we are going to add some gold leaf to these covers, which is what I'm going to start on next. I've set up a little...
Dude, and they still have the time factor also. So crazy.
Workstation here because all the other surfaces are occupied. This project was, surprise, surprise, more work than we anticipated in the beginning. This is just off the charts, man. I hope we can finish in time, and I hope we can finish to a level that is just next, you know? Next level. Okay, gold leaf.
They're adding gold leaves too? Bro, the dedication is unmatched. That is crazy. I wonder how much it fully cost to do all of this.
Okay, it's been 24 hours, so the books should now be completely dry, and we are leaving tomorrow morning, which is actually just like 14 hours away or something. But now let's finally see what these books look like. I think we spent a total of 5 weeks making these books, and it all comes down to this. Please don't fall apart when I pick you up.
Making this
Gluing
book.
is looking good.
These
at
books.
least. So many pages. Looking good here too. Nice, nice. And now for the opening test, the bend test. Can you open all the way? Yeah, you can! This actually looks so good. Oh,
It's
and
amazing.
it's holding together. What a freaking relief!
And it must be so
A
heavy.
little concerned though about putting these in a check-in, like 5 of these giant tomes checked in, trying to get them all to the US. Like my biggest fear is just one of them going missing and the luggage not arriving in time or something. Like that would be
Foreshadowing. No, 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 no. Don't tell me that happened.
We have to do still, and that is to attach the paintings to the front cover. And no, I haven't forgotten about it. It's just been so much other stuff that I haven't really had time to do the
Imagining working so hard and the check-in, the crew lose it. Oh man, no, please don't tell me that happened.
So for the past 24 hours, I've been trying to make some custom artwork for each of the books and really trying to make like a cool sort of stylized thing around it.
Okay, PJ, see you tomorrow.
4 of them. I still have 1 more to complete. You know, I can sleep on the plane, you know. I don't need sleep. Sleep's for losers. I'm gonna complete these books no matter the cost. So let's attach the paintings.
Oh, wait a second. Is this author not Norwegian?
Okay, we made it. We have completed all the books. We're currently finally packing them down at 1 a.m. and our taxi
He's
comes
American.
at like 7
7
or something. So that's great. That was we barely made it. So yeah, we just gotta pack the books, then go home.
It's just that his name sounded
and
Nordic.
then we're off. But man, I cannot wait to see the look on Brandon Sanderson's face. Hopefully he'll like it. If not, then this experience would have been interesting.
I think it's because it has
Look
sun.
at these things.
Sanders'
They're
son.
ridiculous. See you on the other side of the world. Hopefully all in one piece.
Sanderson.
So after getting a whole 3
Son of
hours
Sander.
of sleep, we managed to lug our suitcases onto the train, through the airport, checked them in, and just prayed for them to arrive safely through the 2 layovers we had. And what do you know? 18 hours later, we arrived in Salt Lake City, and one of the suitcases were missing.
No way.
We panicked and waited and paced for a good hour. Thank freaking goodness they found it. Oh,
Goodness.
sweet relief.
Thank goodness.
And now some well-deserved sleep.
Good morning. It is now the day we're
Check
gonna
if
meet
everything is in
Brandon, and we've just unpacked
in
the
place.
books. They are looking good, luckily. There are some minor blemishes though.
So we spent a little time touching up some bits here and there, applied some wax to the leather, packed them back in their suitcases, and now, time to go.
Okay, everything is packed.
Finally.
Some final touches on the books.
Yeah, just some last minute panic. It's fine.
And now we're heading down to the lobby to meet the Dragon Steel team for the first time.
Excited and a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit scared. This is gonna
us.
look so funny. We're just coming down with all this.
With four suitcases.
Okay, you go ahead and
Okay.
I'll follow. Oh, by the way, we got Lasse, our editor, on the camera. Thank you.
Oh, they have an editor. That's pretty cool. So
Let's
they're
rumble.
not
Even though we have wheels.
they're not alone.
So freaking heavy, man. Hello. Nice to meet you. Last night, thankfully. Hi, Martina. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice.
That's the life right there.
Whoa. Nice.
You never know.
Be invited to, you know, your favorite
Oh my god. That's gorgeous. The Leatherbound.
your favorite author's event.
I want to cry. They're so pretty. You understand what I mean now? Like we're fighting with these. This is our competition. See, this is why we couldn't just do a normal rebinding. Look,
These are already great.
look
The only
at
thing we
them.
could work with is size.
I see the star.
Man himself.
The man himself.
500 bucks.
I hope he likes it.
Yeah, at this point my dumbass turned off the microphone to save battery, and so you can really see me scramble here to turn it back on as Brandon
No.
approaches. Great job, Martina.
We're Nerdforge, right?
Yes, I've seen some of your videos.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Amazing.
So
We read some of your books.
I found the painting in like 3 hours, 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one the algorithm recommended to me.
Oh, really?
I like stuff
That's
like
nice.
that.
Amazing.
And I watched that. I saw, I'm like, oh, they're binding a giant book,
Yeah.
and then it turns out it's
Yes.
Wheel of Time. So, yes.
Daniel Green has that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see it in the back of his videos sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a great surprise
Okay,
for
I
him
brought
then.
something for you.
Okay.
Nice.
A little reveal, but let's do it in the booth, in the nice
Okay.
area.
In the nice booth. Okay. We're gonna head over.
Yeah. awesome.
Exciting.
He seems like such a nice, genuine, humble guy.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay.
So we have 4 suitcases.
4 suitcases. Okay.
Of course, both Hans and I are huge Stormlight fans, and we're very excited about the
I don't
first
think
one
he
when
knew
first
about it,
coming.
did he?
Actually, now.
Yeah,
And in
now.
Big
a couple days
surprise.
you can get
Yes,
it now.
tomorrow, I think, when we're recording this.
And so when this video comes out,
that
it's
looks-
already out.
I caught a glimpse that looks really cool. Something in there is extremely cool looking.
So we have seen all the leatherbound books, and we realized you already have great leatherbound editions. So we have to do something just like
Extra.
bigger, I guess.
Because when you have something so beautiful, like you can't compete with that. But in some cases, size does
Oh my goodness.
matter.
What have you gone and done?
Oh wow, I hope he likes
We
it.
have gone.
Oh dear.
Wait until
So we
he
have
wait
tried to
he finds out they got
Stormlight
permission
Archive
to
should
print
be the proper
the
size
copies
to represent, the world that
for
is
the new book too.
This is the whole book.
This is the whole book.
It's not
This is
just the cover.
incredible. I love this. When I was a kid playing D&D,
Yeah.
we'd always talk about the giant wizard tome, right?
Yeah.
That you would
Nice.
find. Usually it was like the Necronomicon, so you wanted to burn it. So
Of course.
you don't want to burn these, but wow. And new cover art. Did you do that?
Yeah. I thought like it would be cool to do something
Yeah.
custom for each cover.
Yeah. That's a really cool idea for Shalon.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I hope
love
he uses
that.
it.
Yeah, because we were talking back and forth, like, okay, how are we actually going to represent each of these characters?
Can you imagine
And
if
it
he
was actually
chooses
Hansi's,
her cover
idea
art?
to have this like broken reflection, and and then me trying to actually paint it.
Oh, that's cool too.
I love this painting
You matched
Martina
the
made.
color of the order with kind of the fire and things of Dalinar's past. That's really cool.
All planned out.
That's really cool.
That's amazing.
So you did leather and then you pressed it in.
Yes.
Wow. And bigger and bigger.
That's thanks to you.
He's gonna ask, how did you get the last
We have
copy?
been struggling real hard when binding this to not read the words because we didn't want to get spoiled while binding this.
Look at that. Look at that.
This is
that cover.
a masterpiece.
Ooh. You know, as I get older and my eyesight fades, then I'll have some large, very
That's what I
large
said.
print
Exactly.
versions of the books to go reference.
Yeah.
You just need a squire
you need
to
a
go
lector.
get it for you. And
Yep. Bring it over, turn to page 372, and let me read. Ah, yes, that's right, that's right.
Oh, okay, well,
Such a cool
so
guy.
Cool. Thank you so much.
thank you so
This
much
is
for having us
really
and
cool.
letting us come here and meet you.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
This
Yeah.
has been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to read this now. This is it's gonna be
Everyone
great.
check out Stormlight Archives to read it.
If you haven't read it, you have missed something huge.
That's amazing. It really is
I guess
just
now it's back to Norway.
the most awesome copy of the Stormlight Archive books that I have ever received. They are giant. They gave them to me, and we are all going to sign them now. The biggest book I've ever signed.
Thankfully, all the books arrived in good condition, and we all ended up signing them together. And after spending 4 days at this event, we had a long flight trip back home, and now we are back in the studio.
Finally.
Finally.
What an amazing project.
Oh, it was so much fun to make, and like the event itself was so much fun.
One of my favorite things was
Dark
people
humor
coming
right
up to us
there.
asking about the merch, even though they had no idea who we are.
Yeah, I was like, Nerdforge store, just so you know. So yeah, if you want to grab one of these, they're only available until January 2nd.
So get it now, or don't get it forever.
They're models too.
Thank you to all the wonderful people who came to meet us, and of course, thank you to our patrons for continuing to support
And
us.
if you want to see an extended version of this video without ads, that's on Patreon.
And finally, of course, thank you so much for watching this entire video. And now it is finally time. Let's have a look at the final result!
Wow. They made this with their own bare hands. This is definitely going to become a collector's edition if the author decides to auction it or whatever. Those look beautiful. And that's real leather. Dude, these guys are amazing. The full video is on YouTube, by the way. That is amazing. Thank you so much to Maria for introducing me to this channel. They are absolutely fantastic. What a great production. Not only the videos, you know, but because the video has a very high quality production, but the fact that they have these skills and the length they go to, the dedication, pretty awesome. You know, these are great creators, and I'm glad that they have millions and millions of subscribers because, you know, they're doing a great job on YouTube. Go support them. Link is in the description as always. They are absolutely incredible in what they do. And yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. And if you guys want to request a video just like Maria did, go over to Buy Me a Coffee. Click over here to watch more videos or go over to Twitch. See you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.